Hey, how you guys doing? I just figured I'd show you a little of the pieces that I found this year and some of last year because I didn't have my good camera and phone to be able to post it up on YouTube for y'all. So I just figured I'd go through and kind of show you what I found this year and some of last year. Nice spear there. Of course, as you can see, all kinds of scrapers and blades and all that fun stuff. Found a nice tooth out there. Kind of like you did, Gary. I like them too. Got my broken drill. Only part of a drill that I have. I have more stuff in my case in storage that I got put in a lockbox that I don't have out right now. I'll get that out and make another video for you guys. We got me a nice little stunner also. And most of these all came right around from where I live here within a 10-mile radius. And I got me a nice little Thebes that I found this year. I found it in a four-wheeler track right where it crossed the creek. I found it laying right in the rut of the tire. That was quite a nice find. Clear at the very top, hadn't found none all day. And then I picked this up right at the very top. But I was quite happy with it. Definitely. I got this other nice little blade or piece here. Came out of the big main, about 20 miles from where I live. It was with my uncle, and man was he mad when I found it. It was laying right on top. You could trip over it. It was sweet. Top of it's flattened off like they ground it off almost. It's pretty. Never seen nothing like that before a whole lot myself. And this is the first piece that I found this year. It was right next to my buddy Goose, right next to his foot when I found it. He was looking up and ahead of him instead of down where he was supposed to and walked right by it. So I picked it up. Wasn't a bad start. Quartz piece. And I got this little piece here, not sure what you'd call it for style. Most of these are all crick finds except for very few select. It's mainly what I hunt's cricks. And then of course my nice spear that I got here. This was one of the few field finds. Let's see if you can actually tell. You can see the edges. It's pretty thin, kind of translucent. You can see the stripes going through it and stuff, especially there in the tail. It's got a few nicks down the side of the blade from wear and tear, use from them. A little nick off the shoulder there, or the ear there, but I like it. I was very, very happy with that one also. And of course I got my big scrapers. Got several of them. Broken shoulder off of a piece, off a spear of some sort. That was a heartbreaker. Really wish that would have been the whole thing. And here's another piece. This is a good crick find. It was actually in the water. On loose sand, it was being covered back up, and when I touched it, it like disappeared. It sunk way down in the sand, and I had to dig to find it again. I was lucky to get it back up. But it was probably one of my coolest finds this year. Then I got this little mushroom tip here. Tails broke off of it. It's nice white, red with white marble stripes through it. Real shiny, pretty. And I got this part here off a broken spear of some sort. I was really kind of hard to see all the flaking. That my camera ain't the best, but it works. Barely a nick off the tip there. But man, thin. Been sweet. Heartbreaker. And I got a little broken awl that I picked up. See right there, the tip of it's broke off. Sorry if I'm a little shaky there. Been busy cleaning the house and stuff, so. But yeah. This is another little broken tip, missing the very little tip off of it. It'd have been a nice one. It's got real nice craftsmanship. Real thin, beautiful piece. And of course some good camp stones. And here's the hematite piece I pulled out of the creek in my first video. It really don't look like it has a whole lot of workings on it. If they did use it, it was used the way it was. They didn't do nothing to it. Kind of like a preform, I suppose. But the way that's, nice flat, squared off on that side. Maybe they started to use it and decided not to. Looks like they might have done a little something on this corner too. But not for sure. Please leave me some posts and let me know what you think on some of this stuff. Don't know what some of it is. Kind of like this. Don't know if it's anything or not. But I found it, and it's got, looks like it'd be great for smashing stuff with. Grinding up their corn or smashing up nuts or berries or something. I'm not sure. But it fits in your hand nicely. Kind of like that, I don't know. Just leave me a post, let me know what your opinion is. I'd sure appreciate it. Thank you. Nice big chunk of petrified wood that I found. The only thing I found that day was a piece of wood. That's kind of disappointing, but still kind of cool. And here's something I don't know what it is. I definitely leave me comments what you think about this. It's hematite, hard stone. And some people tell me it was natural form, but I think it's polished up and was made. I have no idea what you would call it, but I'd sure like to know you guys' opinion. It's got a real nice polish. Got one nick out of the bit there, but I just really don't know. But I kept it because I thought it was pretty cool. And bunch of scrapers. Like I said, I'll make another video of my other pieces that I found this year. Oh, here's another one I didn't show you. It's a real crude old one. I got another nice corner notch spear, big one I found last year. Or no, I found it this year, sorry. And it is just sweet. And it was one of the rare field finds. And then I went to the creek, or to the lake, and found this one. Up a runoff on some private property with my buddies. And actually, this piece here, this is the very first piece that my 12-year-old little sister found. She went on a field trip with the school out to this wetland they got set up outside of town here, and they walked up this hill where they had it bulldozed off, and she seen this laying on the ground, so she picked it up, thought it was an arrowhead, and sure enough, she brought home a nice one. She asked me to keep a hold of it for her so she didn't lose it or nothing happened to it. Got a big knock, flat spot in it, but It's all been reworked all the way around. It's all reworked nice. Yep. And then this piece here, kind of a cruder blade or big hand scraper or something, not for sure, but it's got it worked all the way around, almost like it's a broken tail off of a big hoe maybe, I don't know. Like I said, just leave me your opinions. I know the sliding kind of sucks, hard to see some of the workings. Sorry about that. You can hear my dog whining. I got locked up in the kennel. As you can see, I got my pieces out. I don't want him knocking them off. I'd have to be really mad if he did. Here's another broken tip I found. It's been heartbreaker, real thin. And these are actually little bitty scrapers right here. Got a whole worked edge right all around there. It's like just the edges. Very end of one. And another nice scraper. And here's a real crude tip. It's really crude. It would have been ugly, but I'd have been happy with it. It broke off right there. There's another nice scraper. Real pretty flint. See that nice edge along there with the light shining off of it. Here's another one. So I think it's just a scraper also, but and I'm not sure what this is either, but it's definitely worked all the way around. It's the broken end off of something. Real crude too. I find a lot of this old crude stuff in my favorite ditch, where I pulled that hematite piece out of. That one right there. Another nice big scraper. And here's a real pretty scraper that I found. I actually thought it was just flake when I found it, but it's got a completely worked edging. See that on there? Kind of hard to, but real pretty smoky gray and white. Not sure if it, I'm thinking it's a chert. Right on, well. And this year, just too bad you didn't get to see me pull them up out of the ground. Really wish you guys could have. Oh, one more piece here to show you. A little teardrop blade or some sort of blade, real thin, nice work. Just barely missing a little bit off the shoulder up here. But got some pretty flint there. Make sure there ain't nothing else I'm missing here that I haven't showed you. Them are just some camp stones. There's a camp stone they used. It looks like they used it in ground on stuff and used it as a tool of some sort. But I think that's about the gist of what I have at the house right now, so I will get this posted for y'all, and I'll get my other stuff out of storage, and I'll make another video for you. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in.